I feel like I look super washed out. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about my task yesterday and other things that's kind of been floating in my head. So I had a plumbing job yesterday at 5:30 after my 5.5 hour furniture assembly job. And so the furniture assembly job took 5.5 hours. It was a bunch of IKEA stuff. And then after that, I was able to go home because that job was super close to my house, like 5 minutes away, which is so crazy because I live in an apartment. I really like our area because there's a lot of just like walking places. There's people walking around at night. Most people won't like that, but I feel safe because it's like people around my age, like young professionals, maybe like entertainer type, like people with like all kinds of schedules. But anyway, I always feel safe walking my dogs at night, so I really like my area. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. Holy crap. I wanted to talk about my plumbing task, and so it was to unclog her toilet and her kitchen sink. I've been with this client, that was the third time I went to her house. The first time was to unclog that toilet again, and she asked me about the shower drain, which was a snap-on shower drain that I could not pry open whatsoever. So I was like, well, I'd be happy to remove it, but I'll probably have to like break it a little bit and then have to go to Home Depot and replace it for you because, you know, it's metal, it's gonna bend. It could like catch on your toes and hurt you. I would have to go get a new one. And she's like, well, you know, she initially just called me for the toilet anyway, and it was just something that she kind of wanted me to look at, but it wasn't like an emergency. It wasn't really clogged, it was just slow draining. So I ended up just leaving and she was okay with that. And then a couple of weeks later, she wanted me to come back on Sunday at 8 o'clock because of the toilet and the kitchen sink. And I said, okay. I got there at 8, waited 15 minutes, no response to my voicemails or my chat. So I ended up leaving. I had to cancel on my end because I still had no response. So I just canceled from my end because, you know, what am I going to do? I was like, just let me know if you want to reschedule, but I have to leave right now and blah, blah, blah. And she just didn't respond almost the entire day. So I think I didn't wait an entire day. I think I waited a few hours and I just canceled. I was like, well, you know, fuck it. Like, maybe she just made a mistake. I don't know. Didn't want me to come anymore. I don't know. But the app actually the app actually gave me the cancellation fee. I thought if the client cancels within 24 hours, then I get a cancellation fee. But because I had to cancel, I actually, but I got there, I took pictures of her gate and like, you know, verified as much as I could that I had been there, like documented. So they gave me the cancellation fee, whatever. But then, and then I had like a bunch of jobs booked right after another, and the next available day for her was Wednesday at 5:30, and she actually booked me to come back and unclog her toilet again. So that's cool. Maybe she just feels comfortable with me seeing her waste, which is whatever, you know. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of people, whenever I tell them I'm in plumbing class and plumbing is like what interests me the most in all the trades right now, like amongst the construction and carpentry, the electrical, the HVAC, the plumbing, what else is there? Solar. But yeah, plumbing is the most interesting to me because it deals with water and it deals with like just history, I guess. There's just so many things that we still apply to, like engineering for plumbing really hasn't changed much, you know. And the fact that we try to avoid using mechanical things because over time they break, we try to use gravity and just try to use like solid materials. It's just fascinating to me. Oh, I don't really get that like thrown off or disgusted by poop because I feel like I've always kind of been not afraid of gross things. And then as an adult, I pick up my dog's poop like twice a day, so it's just, I don't know, I just see poop all the time. It's not really an issue for me. We're at IKEA.
It's in the future.
This is what Vince wants for the little nook. That's where Sugar bit him.
I don't want this.
Potential rug. So many things. We're looking for dressers and rugs.
Entertainment centers.
And maybe a console.
On my phone.
We could do so many Instagram posts here. Like...
So yeah, Sachi's just been really pissing me off lately, guys. Like, I don't know if we're just two peas in a pod or something, but I had the best time in Costa Mesa. It was so fun. It was
doesn't
really
go
refreshing.
with the background.
Oh.
It's a brand new day and we are going back to IKEA. We picked up a couple of things that we wanted to buy yesterday, and once we got to the checkout area, it was like a whole warehouse of people standing in line. So we decided it's not worth it. We only had like a handful of things. So we're going back today. It opens at 10. It's about 9:35, maybe 9:40 right now. So hopefully we can just go straight to the marketplace and like the furniture box area, get what we need, come back, and I want to film a furniture assembly like time lapse and try to see who can do it fastest between myself and Vince.
Maybe you should buy your cards.
No, I don't want to solicit at the IKEA parking lot. So that's how they find us. We waited in line at the IKEA line for an hour and 35 minutes before we got in. So I think it's like 2 hours later now. And the IKEA trip was, for the most part, pretty seamless once we got into the door, but the line was really long. I think you shouldn't go closer to entrance or opening time because everyone's lined up early, because as we were waiting, the line got much shorter. It was still like around the building and into the bigger parking lot, so expect to wait a really long time. But yeah, once you're inside, it's not too crowded. I feel like they do a really good job allowing so many people to go in at a time. But I picked up this mirror. This is it's called Shrensom. Look at this picture. Don't put it by the window because it might catch on fire, or the curtain might catch on fire. But anyway, I also picked up the Askball dresser, and I'm gonna try to time myself and videotape myself doing furniture assembly as I would for my clients, just to, I don't know, just to kind of show you like how you should assemble when it comes to assembling for somebody. And then I'm gonna do it upstairs because that's where I'm gonna keep it, and also because it's just easier to assemble where you're gonna put the dresser because it's gonna get a lot heavier to move around later. But we'll see. Like, as far as lighting and putting where the camera is, I might do it downstairs if there's more space. There's more space. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is what I've had. My closet, I need to get rid of a lot of these. Not get rid of, but I want to organize them and like make sure that I actually wear what I have. And if I find myself not really wearing it, then I'm gonna just donate it or make something out of it. But this is the before. This is the before.